So for today's video, I want to take a look at the scan for the D1 Accelerator, take a look at some of the opportunities it's setting up, how we're going to run them, and so on. I've already run the scan here. It's on this side here. All this scan looks for is a change in this color of this line. So this line that's sort of cutting through the candlesticks there. It's what we call our vector average line. What it does is it tracks the direction of price. Now, some of those changes in direction will be demonstrated with one of these discs as well. Now, what these are is our favorite turning points. So they're looking at pattern recognition software, looking for the best patterns that have historically consistently produce the best trading opportunities. Okay, so what this scan does, it looks for changes in that vector average line to suggest a turning point, and then the sniper then determines whether it's the right type of turning point for us. Now, obviously, as you become more experienced using this system, you'll start to go beyond just looking at the sniper discs. That's great from a starting point, but as you understand more about longer term trends and so on, you can start to look for additional opportunities, which is why the scan looks for more than just the sniper opportunities there. Now, this is Aussie Cad, Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. There's 4 trading opportunities on this chart. Let's very quickly go through this before we go through the other opportunities. What we do is we provide traders with this tool called TradeMate. So you look on here, some really nice trades here, and clearly you're looking at some nice winning opportunities, particularly those 3 short trades or sell trades. This one looks less so, but let's just go through that and determine whether that was actually a winner or not. It doesn't look like a winner, but let's just have a look at it. Click here to select entry candlestick. Select this bar here with the sniper, the green sniper there, the green outline, suggesting it was a buy on the close of this bar on the 29th of December, from which the market has rallied about 40 pips or so. Now, each market has a certain sweet spot, a likely scenario, and these trades we're typically looking to be in them for a day. 1.5 days is the normal duration of time. So on that basis, we're only looking to be in and out for 30, 40, 50 points, depending on the speed of the market that we're trading. Now, Aussie Cad, it's not one of the fastest markets, but let's have a look. So click that. And what we have here is our target, the D1 Accelerator starter limits. This is what we start new traders on. I like this one because it just gets us right into a decent target based on the speed of movement for that market. I calculate trade details. What that does is it instantly gives me a target price or take profit level. So effectively what we're saying is, had you bought it this day, our members would have run this scan and it would have given them the output for a target of 92.95. So it gets up to 92.95. That means it's hit its target and it's a winning trade. And it does. It hits it before reversing on a sixpence. That trade is a nice winner. So on this, we've got 4 decent winners, nice trading opportunities, and we've got the market reversing a little bit here now. So now we know a little bit about the tools. We know how the scanner works. We know what we're looking for. We know how the TradeMate tool works with stops and targets. Let's have a look at some of the opportunities and let's delve into whether we got some good ones setting up for tonight. I actually quite like this one. So there's no sniper on this buy because the pattern isn't quite right, largely because of this little kink down in this market here. For me though, I still think that was a continuance of this original move. I quite like this one. So what we're seeing here is a rotation up, that line turning from red to green, in line with the WT, the weekly trend of this market. This line here is blue. It was orange, suggesting down. Blue means up, suggesting that it's an upward intermediate trend as well. I kind of like it, so we're going to keep this one very much on the watch list for now because I'm expecting this market to start to ratchet back up. Let's have a look at these other ones on a 1 bar look back and let's see if there's anything looking good there as well. So Australian dollar against the Swiss franc, there's a sniper on that opportunity as well. What I find interesting about this one is this degree of resistance right on these current prices. So when you're looking at charts and you're trying to ascertain whether there's a really nice trade or not setting up, it's important to look at context. So if we think this market's going to go up beyond 66.50, then really we need to have reasons why. Now, yes, we've got the sniper disc there and there's a lot going for it as a trade. What I like about this one is that if we can close up here, that'll be the highest close since all the way back here, back on the 26th of November. A number of times the market has tried to go above 66.50 and it's struggled every time. 66.40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times we've tested that 66.40 area and we've come straight back off it. This, if we can close the day up here, will be the strongest close for quite some time. And to me, that would be a good suggestion. This price is, the market is likely to lift higher. So I like this one. This is probably my favorite opportunity coming up if we can close up above that 66.48, 66.45 area there tonight. So we'll be definitely keeping an eye out for that one. Euro against the Australian dollar. Bit choppier, this one, and it's a little bit more confused, but again, I kind of like this as a sell trade. We've got the sniper there. It's in line with the descending monthly trend, the descending weekly trend, so MTWT. There's a lot on the chart that's going forward as well. This was a loss-making trade, but that's back on a couple of really nice winning trades as well. So there's been some decent rotations on this market, and we're seeing the market start to break down as well. So I kind of like this one as well, euro against the Australian dollar for that short trade. Euro New Zealand seems to me very stuck in a very narrow range. A couple of decent opportunities over the recent weeks there, but for me, nothing happening. No sniper, very tight range, nothing really to get too excited about. Pound against the Canadian dollar. I like this one as well as a buy trade. This market ratcheting its way back up, putting on new highs, putting on higher lows, and the market's starting to move back up as well. Again, nice one. The only thing I'd say about pound against the Canadian dollar is if you're quite new to trading, it's quite a fast moving currency pair. So generally means wider stops. It's going to be more like sort of 80 to 100 point stops typically instead of sort of 30, 40, 50 point stops. So just bear that in mind with your trade sizing there too. But I kind of like that as a buying opportunity there. New Zealand Swiss as well, no sniper on that opportunity, so I'm not too keen on that one. So what that does is it gives us 3 or 4 opportunities. For me, my favorite opportunity that I've got coming up there's quite a few that I do like actually, to be fair, but Aussie Swiss I probably like the most if we can close and make a highest close there above that sort of 66.45, 66.50 level. I'm going to be quite keen on a return up to these sorts of prices up here. So, there's a really nice sell-off that we came from there. I'd be expecting prices to at least get to around that 67.10 level there, that previous level of support. Could be turning into resistance back up to there. What would TradeMate say about it? What's that go-to target? Let's click on that bar there, and we can see here the D1 Accelerator starter limit, starter targets, calculate trade details, and we'll be going for a go-to target of 66.78.6. So that's about a 30 pip target. May not sound a lot, but you know what? 30 pips here, 30 pips there, and it does accumulate in something that can be, particularly in a high frequency strategy like this, something that can accumulate profits very, very nicely indeed. So that's opportunities setting up for later tonight. Let's have a look at the ones from the last couple of days. I'll take a pick. My favorite really last night when I was going through these charts was crude oil. So Brent crude oil, we can look at the chart here. Some really nice rotations over the last few months actually. You can see back on the charts here, just some really nice turning points, good strong trends. It has the opportunity, the propensity to really put on some decent moves. And there was the buy from last night, which is really the trade of the day from yesterday. As we just zoom into this chart there, you can see the buy from last night, the 4th of January there. Here we are now about 100 cents higher, so $1 higher, which is absolutely plenty for a market like this. The D1 Accelerator strategy is a once a day strategy. We're looking literally to be in and out of these within 1 to 3 days. Typically, the duration on average is about 1.3 to 1.4 days on average, and something like a dollar move on oil is absolutely plenty for a normal move in 1 day's price action. So there we are. That's a good identification of opportunities for tonight. What's looking good? Quite a few there, and our favorite market from last night, which has already gone on and hit target.
If you would like more information about trading the right way, Trend Signal is giving you the opportunity to see and hear about its services live at a free online seminar. Take a look at the Trend Signal website for the latest events and to book your free place.